Alright, so I want to do a quick thing here on time. Since time is not Big Ben, that's a whole other different thing of time. We'll say, I am who the clock revolves around. I am who the world revolves around. Right now, just hold that a second. At 3 o'clock, you have L, you have LOL. A lot of people laugh at that. And I've been doing this for a long time and a while. Since like the apocalypse. It led to like a whole clown culture where everybody was laughing and gassing and all that kind of thing. They've been doing that a while. Some people became six. You know, they put their tail up at you. It's like a dog. They want to fight you over the territory. They become 6 o'clock. You know, it's almost like 666. They want to fight you over terrain, over a plane, you know, which is like the earth. But all that sun and stars out there is what's in here, right? And we say that this comes here first. So what is in here is a representation of what is out there. And then they say it's almost an illusion like that. So what we have to do, this is just a quick rundown of how to take over the clock entirely. So what we have to do is we have to turn all those sixes to nines. And 9 is like the solution, right? So we're using our power better as a 9 in the right direction against, the corporations, corruption, and all the people that use the clock back in on us in this manner too. That's why we're getting reigned over by politicians. They just laugh at us and everything else. Once we do that, we'll hit 12 o'clock. We'll have a full circle, a full rotation of the clock, right? So then we'll have power for the people. We won't be going to the politicians and asking for our power. And I'm going to let us in on some insight. Now, I'm not going to fill in all the blanks because this is a whole big group effort of the people. I'm not going to fill in all the blanks for us, but you can find out what the 6 means or what the 9 means, things like that. Some people out there, they represent the 9. So you'll want to fill in your own blanks, but in the meantime, I'm going to give us some insights of how we can go back to curbing this power back into the people's direction. You know, because right now we're kind of going out to get our power and we're grabbing up whatever we can, rather than having like abundance just come flooding in at us, all of us, without leaving anybody out. And this will clear up, because right now we have like derivatives. People are doing derivatives, which is the chaff. Then you have the holy wheat, which is the I am, the things of the I am, the characteristics of I am. So you have I am dot. You know, everybody's running around about that little dot, that little period thing. Okay, that was something I put out a while ago. People seem to take that idea, then they try to cut me out. So that's also where I was going with how people, steal identities out there, how easy it is to kind of steal an identity, especially if you're somebody who is the sole controller of the world, let's say. Let's not read into that too much. I think it's really goofy that people do. So that almost becomes a play on words, which works to my advantage, because they really don't know what it means to me. They'll go to the books and say, well, the books say this is what it means. Or the books say this is what this means, but that's not what that means to me. So you can almost create a dual world out of it. I had to scratch my thigh there. It's digging in my butt, it probably looked like, but whatever. So, you can almost create 2 different worlds, and you have, instead of them creating 2 different worlds against us, we create 2 different worlds against them. And one is like a shadow world of derivatives and things like that. I'm not going to go to Hollywood to get my fucking derivative so I can get my identity for 10 years and then fight to stay relevant. I'm not going to do that because that's what Hollywood is. They suck you into this machine like Britney Spears. Then they want you to stay relevant or you're just going to die. You'll be dead to the world. And I don't think that's right to do to anybody. That's really screwed up. So I want to make this something we can all be a part of. And I understand there's some world movement going on out there right now. I'm not sure if that's what people tried to do, but they left out, some of the major important foundations and building blocks, which is the soul in general. The soul is an immutable base. You need an immutable base, or you're just going to keep having mutable pieces out in the world that you're stacking up and getting washed away. So if you picture the holy breath, you can't see the holy breath. Then we're stacking pieces of matter on top of the holy breath. The holy breath is like an energy which tells matter how to function much later. So I had something else to say, but I forget what that was. This works a lot better when I write it down and I think about it, but I decided to just do this on the fly, and I think I could handle it on the fly anyway. It'll just sound a little more vague to people, but that's okay. The more vague it is, the more people can fill in the blanks. But you have somebody, let's say like Kanye West in the song Follow God, where he's saying like. I don't think he knows exactly what he's doing there, but if he's out there, maybe he'd like to answer us what he's doing out there. And I'll come back and answer what he was representing later, because that all ties into something that I was putting out before, which is if I'm the first person to get an information and idea and put it out in the world, then it would circulate and carry by auspiciousness. So if you use things that are auspicious, then they're going to get picked up because they're the most favorable. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Just kind of testing some theories and seeing, if I'm really crazy or what. So let's see if I'm really crazy, or if crazy's the future and that's what we're doing, or what. Let's see what we can do with this. So, I don't really want to be like the main guy. I never really wanted to be. That's why I hang back behind the scenes. But it seems a lot of people are taking advantage of that. They're calling me a fool. They're calling me a loser. They're calling me an idiot. And I see it out there. The Bodega Boys, Jesus and DeMero, they got a lot of shit to talk. And come fucking talk it to my face then. Don't sit on your fucking podcast, your little podcast, and jerk off with your fucking doggy picture in the back, because I ain't dog, bitch, but I'll bite you. So let's go with this idea, and let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, he's talking tough, blah, blah, blah. I don't fucking care about any of your ghetto fucking hoodness, okay? I'm tired of your violence. I'm tired of you'll murder this, you'll murder that. Meanwhile, you're bitching in your raps that the fucking Matrix is out to attack you. The fucking Slender Man's coming. Thanos is out there. Yeah, I see it. It's fucking retarded. Santa Claus ain't coming this year, so get over it. For all you people that cry about the Grinch is coming, or Santa Claus, he ruined my Santa Claus. It's really pathetic, okay? It shows the level of maturity that you really do have. So let's step it up. Let's get away from all this, and let's use our mind. Let's use our mind and our lyrics. I like the lyrics that they have. I like what that incites in people. It incites a fire. It incites a lion heart. It preserves an ethos, okay? So that stuff deserves to be respected no matter what. But let's get away from violence and killing, and let's start using our mind as the weapon. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Your fucking mind is the weapon, like Shiva's third eye. So I don't know if people are into mythology. I've read some mythology and things like that, but I haven't read a lot of it. There's stuff out there about Shiva's third eye. We can all have this third eye power and basically melt corruption right out of the air before it even lands into the physical. We can stop wars with our mind before the wars even get out into getting physical. That way nobody has to get hurt, and then nobody gets left behind, because if it's a mental thing, you can make up a lot of stories about things, which is just kind of like the mythology. So then everybody has a creative aspect in the creative process, where they don't have to go and fight the way they used to if they're lacking for their family and things like that. They can all pick from so many different mediums. That's what I think we are in the world, is mediums. And that's just my 2 cents. If you want to call me Pennywise because it's my 2 cents, that's fine too. I can play that. I'm okay with all of those things. As I've been, called in the past, everybody's running from Pennywise. It's Pennywise the clown. And they run back to their Hollywood Stockholm syndrome. Hollywood basically set people up for this in case it ever happened. Everyone would run back to the codes in Hollywood. I know there's a lot of movies and shit that depict this thing out, and everybody's like up in arms. They think, oh, a demon's coming to take over the world, or some stupid thing like that. And that was all foretold in the Hollywood prophecies. Yeah, meanwhile, Hollywood's banging your fucking children, and pedophiles are running off with all the money. And you're gonna run back to Hollywood like, Hollywood saved my life with movie codes. Christopher Walken's. It's silly. I laugh at this stuff constantly. It's really just nuts. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. Spread the word. Tell your friends that we can all get on deck on this platform. It serves everybody. It serves all the people. And it's not it in the manner that people have been portraying it in. So excuse my 2 letters. I don't want to kill the whole world over 2 letters, or who is going to own the language, or any of that, because it's crazy. I swear, people are ready to kill the world over one period, one little dot. And who is going to own the dot? Period. No question mark. Because what ain't no fucking place he ever heard of.